Before we get into this episode of the Arctic podcast, I just wanted to talk to you about what this episode is about. And I feel like there should be a forewarning because if you are somebody who is sensitive to the topic of suicide or has dealt with suicide in your lifetime, I would recommend not listening to this episode because we are very graphic and we get into the idea of suicide very deeply. If you want to learn more about suicide, suicide prevention, any of that, there will be links down in the description. Suicide is a very serious topic. It's not a joke. If you know anybody or if you are suffering from suicidal tendencies or depression, please get some help. Find somebody to help whoever is hurting. This is a very serious topic. Thank you. Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Chuck, and welcome back to the Arctic podcast, aka the ArKcast. Guys, today we're gonna be talking about the one, the only, the maverick, the savage, the fucking idiot, Logan Paul. Guys, Logan Paul, this man, you guys know this story, right?
Yeah. I feel like everyone does now.
I feel like everybody on the whole planet knows this story. So, Logan Paul decided he was going to vacation in Japan for the New Year. And in Japan, there is a place called the Suicide Forest.
Oh, yeah.
This man's, Logan Paul, decides, hey guys, he says this to his friends. He says, hey guys, you know what's going to be really fun? Let's get a bunch of tents and camping supplies and let's go camping in the Suicide Forest and let's just pretend that nothing bad happens there and let's go in and say that this place is haunted. So him and his friends go into the forest and they find a man who is hanging from a tree because he had committed suicide in the Suicide Forest. And somewhat that's understandable to an extent. But Logan Paul goes into this forest and he takes his vlog camera and he films this poor man who had just committed suicide, and he films him and then he laughs about it. And then he
is near this forest.
That's like so disrespectful in so many ways.
It is absolutely so disrespectful.
Because like you never know, like that's just not like appropriate for you to do because like now you just recorded somebody's death and you're also laughing about it like, hey guys, you sat in front of a dead body or sit next to a dead body.
I'm also not sure if you guys saw the tweet. Like it's like from his editor. He's actually they were talking like and they said they talked for hours.
Yeah, they were talking for hours.
It wasn't just on a like instant spur of the moment thing. They talked for hours about
I don't know how they talked for hours.
They talked about it?
Thumbnail.
Yeah, they talked about it.
I didn't know they talked about it.
In the thumbnail, bro.
Yeah, they did it for a while.
Wait, so they talked about it and they still uploaded that video?
Yeah.
That's not right. That's not right at all.
He was like all like the cover up. No, I was just laughing because I was nervous. No, you were just laughing. You were trying to be funny.
I feel like Logan Paul has lost his sense of reality.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does.
I used to think Logan Paul is like kind of like I was okay with Logan Paul because like it's like I didn't see anything bad he did. Like Jake Paul I didn't like just because he was annoying. Logan Paul I didn't see too much of annoyingness in him. That's not even a word, but
right.
I did the same thing. I watched some of his videos because I hated Jake.
But the amount of disrespect that he gave to that person, and it's not even like he did like really good blurring. Like it was like really bad. I'm not sure if you guys watched it, but
I did.
All he did was blur up the face. You can see the poor man's like
and it wasn't that good.
His hands like
bit of blurring.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just feel like he did it on purpose. Like to be honest, like just
He
like
doesn't
I
give
feel
a
like
fuck.
he
He just
did
cares
on
about the
too.
views, bro.
like I think he just wanted, he wants the money. He knows that that's something that's gonna draw attention and he's gonna make money off of that.
Exactly.
Which is like
Yes.
another thing. Like I think like I said before, I think he lost his sense of reality. And at this point, I think all he could care about is the money he's making off of his YouTube videos.
Yeah, because how is he gonna pay for his mansion without it?
He already bought his mansion. Like
Yeah.
this man is on
There's
his
still
way
bills,
to
he still has
becoming.
bills.
He can afford it. He pulls in millions of views a day.
Good
And
point.
his merch.
His merch sales through the roof.
Also, I'm not sure if you guys saw that one thing. It's like this kid from Japan. He's he's like, hey, I'm a maverick. I deserve to have a set platform. He literally said that too. And he's explaining that like we're Logan Paulers or whatever they're called.
Mavericks.
Logan's. Yeah, Mavericks. And we do things differently. If we can get into Logan Paul by any way, we'll actually do that. So like he's like he literally said even I would go that far into getting into Paul's vlogs,
It's just
and I'm
Wait.
like,
Whoa. This kid said that he would go as far as to
record a dead
suicide.
person.
commit
No.
suicide to be in Logan Paul's video.
yeah,
What the fuck?
That's absurd.
yeah. And then
That's-
I actually saw it on Drama Alert, but it was like real, and this kid was like 13, not understanding anything about
That's like
suicide.
brainwash.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's like completely like I feel like his channel should get shut down, honestly, in my opinion, because of
Like
that.
he should get in trouble at some point. I mean, even
He
then,
does
like
not give a single fuck.
No,
that's
like,
got to be like against the law in Japan.
no, because
It
like,
is.
He wasn't even
yeah.
supposed to go in there.
No, because you need a. You
Yeah, it
can't
was a
even
restricted area
record
too.
anything dead without permission. You can't. It's
Like,
like
you- And
you
I've
have
been
to
watching
have
a lot of
permission.
like Dear Logan Paul videos, and
exactly.
like stuff like that. And a lot of them are saying like you should not be in there unless you're recording a documentary or something like that, just to inform people and like educate.
Yeah,
Which
like
he can say that that's what he was gonna do, but he also said in his video that they were going in there to camp in a quote unquote haunted forest.
well, has been like many theories that I've even watched some couple of videos on it that is actually haunted, but like I watch also videos like the Dear Logan Paul videos, and like I watched one YouTuber who was literally saying like he was like on the edge of crying, like saying like suicide's not a joke, and that's nothing to mess around with.
Oh yeah, and then there's a 11-year-old kid that was like that broke
Yeah,
down because
yeah,
of
yeah.
the fact that he saw the dead body and like the purple hands and stuff
Yeah,
in Logan Paul's vlog.
I mean,
Yeah.
like he didn't think that like when they were editing that video, because you can tell how much time they put into editing Logan Paul's vlogs. They didn't think once that like maybe this is something I should not post on the internet. Like they didn't
Well, they did
think
because they talked for hours.
they
but, like,
talked
Yeah.
about it, but they still
And-
did it.
and
Yeah,
he's not the one who even edits his videos. He has people who edit videos for him, and they didn't say anything.
Like nobody in that situation was like maybe we just should not do this. Like they could have at least left that part out of the vlog.
Yeah, like all they think about is just money. That's like the stupidest thing to ever think about. You don't think about other people's lives. You don't think about respect. None of it. Just I want money. Let's post a video. Like that's stupid. Just
like,
So-
and even if they said like, "Hey guys, I think we found a dead body. We're gonna turn off the cameras and and then like stop the vlog here or something." Like, even if it was like that, I wouldn't care. Like, then like I would be like, "Oh, that's
Okay.
okay."
If that's what would have happened, the entire internet would have been like, okay,
Yeah.
that's okay.
They probably just would have been like, "Wow, Logan Paul actually found a dead body."
Or
Like-
it was clickbait.
No, or they would be like, this is fake, like whatever. So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah.
maybe that's why he showed it.
Yeah,
But
like,
also-
it's-
He's like 22 years old.
yeah, like I just the things that he does sometimes is just it makes me mad because like you have no sympathy for others or any kind of respect I'm basing this all around respect right now, as you guys can tell, but
Right.
it's just what he does is so it's so stupid. Kind of like what he said earlier, that like he should have just turned off the camera and stuff like that. Then it's just, oh, I'm getting frustrated.
It's okay you're getting frustrated because realistically that's what brings the good content. Let's go, baby. But so he he says in his follow-up video, he made a follow-up video of him, and I think it's called like I'm sorry or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
And in this video he's like, hey Logan, I'm sorry, what I did was wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, do not defend me, what I did was wrong, don't stand up for
Yeah.
me, it's wrong. But what he said and what here's what bothers me. He says at the end, he says I am going to change and I am going to be better. He says,
Yeah,
then
it's called So Sorry.
I will change, I will be better, thank you. And then he turns the camera off. What bothers
I don't
me is
believe it.
that he seems to continue to make this about himself. He briefly mentions, he says to the victim and to the victim's family, I'm sorry that this happened. But like, are you though? Because you claim you put time into talking about it, but you still posted a video. You still brought it to the internet. You have what, 14 million subscribers. You pull in at least 2 million views a day. You didn't think at like once that this was going to be like traumatizing?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
Because even then, we're sitting here talking about it and I still have this image stuck in my head that I'm pissed off about. I'm really frustrated because I did not need to see this man hanging from a tree. I did not need to see his blood missing from his hands because his body
Yeah.
decided that his blood needed to be somewhere else. Because he was going to die. And he did. And I didn't need to see that.
None of us, like, there's kids younger than us, like I would say like around
10.
yeah, like 10, even like third grade. Like I'm gonna say third
Yeah.
grade, who watch his videos. And for him to do that, and he knows the way how YouTube is now. Like he's like the demonetized and the restricted, all that type of stuff. Age restricted, yeah. And so for him to even kind of like he didn't even think about that. He's like, huh, content, yeah. Let's post it. Like it's just so
Yeah,
stupid
let's
for
post
him
it.
to yeah, like he just
And the fact that he was laughing too in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Yeah,
He said it was a coping skill, but like, no.
I mean,
No.
it's he's like, he said, he's like, guys, you know how I am. You know how I joke about things. Like, joking is my coping mechanism. And I was like, I don't buy it, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I'll ask you, like, what would you do in that situation?
I would
Put down the camera and call the cops.
yeah, like I would
Not
be like
record it and get views and money.
I would say, hey guys, there's something very suspicious. We're gonna turn off the cameras, probably end the vlog here, and then call the cops and make sure everything's alright.
to be honest
Yeah.
with you, I wouldn't say anything. I would drop the camera and call
Well,
the
I'm
cops.
just being completely honest. Like, I know for a fact I would be like, yo, I think we literally did this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well if I saw it like before, I would be like, hey guys, there's something here. Yeah, like just drop the camera and turn it off, call the cops. But like if I just caught it by surprise, I would drop the camera and not post it at all. Like not post that part at all. Like in the video. Not even like I would probably just put the part of us going into the forest, not even seeing that part. I would just leave it out. And not show the whole world that look at this man hanging off of a tree. Like, that's not something to do.
So
It's just
let's go back. So you guys said like he has such a young audience, and like that's what YouTube is really. That like lately,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
YouTube has always been really. Um, but I'm honestly disgusted. I guess that's the word I want to use to describe this because like my sister, she just turned 9 years old, and I'm sure she's seen this video.
100% probably.
And
Yeah.
what is that to go through her head? She's 9 years old.
Man, I remember when I first got on YouTube, that was like one of the first things I saw, and I was just so disgusted that people would actually post this stuff. Like, it's it gets me so aggravated that the things that people do just to get money on YouTube and don't think about others. Just it gets me like frustrated and mad, and like I don't even think about the video. I just think about, man, there's gonna be little kids who are gonna stumble upon this and be scarred.
And
And there was.
did he
Yeah.
even take the video down?
Yeah, he
No.
did.
He
Oh,
did
yeah.
Yeah. Or at least
Okay.
it's unlisted or something.
because
Yeah,
I didn't
But there's
even go back to
there's
check.
people who recorded it.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
definitely
people are
people.
re-uploading it. I don't
Yeah.
know why they would still re-upload it.
You
Yeah.
could just Google, like, I actually, wait, I didn't
It's
want to see it
probably
again,
there.
but I just want to make sure, like, it's offline on the internet. But, like, I looked up
I
Logan
have
Paul
it
with
right
found a
here.
dead body, and it's just everywhere.
Yeah, like the
figured as
video's
much.
removed. I looked up on his channel right now on my phone. Yeah, it's gone.
So he also tweeted today, and I guess this is a really big deal. But he said that he's taking a break from his vlogs,
Yeah.
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 and I don't know if it's because he's getting so much hate or if he genuinely feels guilty.
I feel like it's a little bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I
Like,
was thinking. It's a little bit of both.
I feel like there's some legal issues involved with this right now, and there's so much guilt running through his body, and all the fans that are
Wait.
just tweeting at him like right now and
If
giving
you
him
think
so
about
much
it, like, it would be like, okay, looking at it like, what would it be called? From a business standpoint, it'd be the perfect time to upload because people would be clicking on his videos and just being like, "Hey,
Are you a
suck."
businessman now?
No, I'm just thinking hypothetically.
No, that you are right though. You're right.
Yeah.
So I generally think he feels bad partially.
But that money though, oh man, that gets me. But you're right, but I don't think it's a good idea though.
But I
Yeah,
feel like at this point in his life and his career, he doesn't necessarily think about things anymore.
I just know that one video fucked him up really good. That he is.
No, it definitely did.
Yeah, like that's gonna be on him forever now because it's on the internet.
I
And
mean,
once-
maybe now he'll quit uploading YouTube videos.
Yeah, or maybe take a break. Probably a long break, a long one.
I mean, at this point, he could retire.
is there anything else really in the news or?
Hey, remember when Logan Paul? Oh no, PewDiePie had the YouTube Red Scare PewDiePie season 2 coming out, and they canceled it because PewDiePie made a joke or something.
Because
Oh,
PewDiePie
yeah.
said the N-word?
No, not that.
He
Oh,
does
it was
that.
something else?
Yeah, it was because of a Nazi joke or something. Like people thought he was a Nazi or something.
I did not know that. What is that about?
Like, I'm pretty sure PewDiePie made a joke about being a Nazi, or there was a lot of people thinking that he was like a Nazi for a joke, and I think he actually like said it for a joke, and he got like PewDiePie scared PewDiePie season 2 like taken down, and like since Logan Paul like uploaded that, I think it would actually do something to his like maybe to his movie career or like something like that.
Isn't there like already one episode of that like already on YouTube?
like Scare PewDiePie season 1, but
Okay.
Okay, so Logan Paul he has 2 movies coming out this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think
What are they called? Do you know?
that one of them's called
One's
The Thinning 2?
2, and that's a YouTube Red.
I feel like they're
Just
just
like
gonna cut it.
PewDiePie.
I feel like they might. Like, do you
Yeah.
think that they would just like be like fuck it and not even release the movies?
No, they
That's
won't.
what they did to PewDiePie.
Yeah, because now if Logan Paul's in
Didn't
there
they do
and
that
it
with
comes out now,
Vlogometry, kind of like, but like with or like was that something else like that happened?
What do you mean?
Remember the movie that was coming out, Vlogometry?
Right.
Or did that actually come out?
That came out.
Oh, I didn't.
That came out, but then Shay Carl cheated on his wife.
Oh, I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know
No.
that either.
Really?
No, I did not.
So that was like a whole big deal. Shay Carl cheated on his wife with somebody else. I don't know if it was like another internet personality or whatever, but apparently like something went down in the DMs. And his wife found out. And then Shay turned to alcohol. And then he became an alcoholic.
Oh.
And after time, him and his wife, like things got better apparently, but now he's in like rehab and like things are very serious. But yeah, there was like a whole big situation there. I'm surprised you didn't know about that.
Yeah, that's the new one. Do we?
That was a while ago.
Man, it's just. But that whole Logan Paul situation is really messed up. Like, that's just not something to play around with.
I think that like when you're like famous and you're like an internet personality and like you have all these fans and you're making all this money, I think that after a while it just gets in your head. And like I feel like after a while you feel like you can just do whatever you want. Like that's what Logan did. That's what Shay did. That's what PewDiePie did. I feel like all these people are just so like power crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they just want fame and money.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
that's what happens when you have money. Like you're overcome with greed and you become selfish and you lose your roots and you just don't care about anyone else but yourself.
But you know what really gets me upset is that these YouTubers talk about respect, like, oh, that you should always give respect, that don't treat others differently, and don't do something terrible, don't do something that would get you in trouble, like don't record this or that. And that's
And
something
then
that
they
he
go
did
and do
say.
it.
And they go and do it.
Yeah.
That's what
They are
it's
they are
just
hypocritical.
very oh, man.
And so it kind of amazes me too because like he can go and say don't do this, don't do that, and then he does them, he records them, but then he edits his own videos. Or at least somebody does, and somebody edits his videos and they don't think twice about it. And they're like, wait a
Yeah.
second, didn't he say at some point don't do this or whatever? And it's like not a like I just feel like you in that situation are in complete control of whether or not you're a hypocrite, because yes, you said something that you shouldn't have, or yes, you filmed something that you shouldn't have, but you had power and you could have just cut it out of your video, but you uploaded it and you shared it with the world, and that's your fault. But it amazes me that they'll still do that, like they go as far as sharing it.
Yeah. It's not something that's good. It's, as you said, they're very hypocritical, and they don't think about the actions that are going to happen after it happens. They don't think about it at all. They just think about money, fame, views, anything that they could do to get paid or do something. He
Yeah,
doesn't-
it's so unfortunate that that's how things
Just-
are.
Yeah. It's also society today, the way that anyone is. That's all they think about. They don't think about anything else besides money. Money and fame and anything that they can do to get noticed.
I think
And that's
that like yeah, all they care about is fame and money, but like if you think about it, what and unfortunately no, actually, if you do think about it, what's gonna get you more attention is if you're being a negative person. Like Miley Cyrus can go and do all of these like weird like whatever like ride naked
Yeah.
on a fucking wrecking ball, and she's gonna become a household name. And maybe Logan Paul did this so he could become a household name, or I mean he already is, but he wants that fame, he wants that money.
That's
But
a pretty
I
fucked
think
up way.
it's definitely
to do
fucked
it.
up, but it worked, didn't it?
oh yeah.
But I feel like
you have a point.
I feel like what he should do at this point is for one, do something about it. But like he has so much money. He could make a pretty generous donation of like a small loan of $1 million to like the Suicide Prevention Foundation.
Yeah, you're right.
Or just like anything, or use his outlet, or like have somebody else talk about it on his YouTube channel. He doesn't need to sit here and cry about it and be like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna be better. Like, why don't you be like suicide's not a joke. I'm sorry I treated it like a joke. I'm a joke.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Mick Juggernuggets said something about that, like how he said like he was on the urge of crying because he was just so upset that he just saw someone he just saw a YouTuber post a dead person and was making fun of it. And he was like, suicide's not a joke. It's nothing to mess around with, nothing to play with, nothing to joke about, nothing to even talk about. Because it's something that no human should ever do. It's nothing that no person should ever post, no, not even talk about, not even be mentioned, because suicide is not funny. If you think it's funny, then you're messed up.
Yeah.
Suicide's not a joke. It's not funny at all. Like Logan Paul was like, he thought it was funny, and he's trying to cover up for it, saying that, oh, I was nervous, so I was laughing. No, you were just trying to be funny and make jokes about it. It's nothing to mess around with, especially when you're gonna go on the internet and post it. Like, oh my god, that gets me mad.
Well, I mean, talk about it.
I
That's
mean,
why
it's
we're
just-
here.
Yeah, it's just like he doesn't know. I feel like Logan Paul doesn't know when something's a joke and when something's serious. Like he I feel like he has his mindset that since it's on YouTube, that nothing's gonna happen. They might think it's fake. They might think it's just a clickbait or something, because he doesn't know how to think. That's what I feel like. He doesn't know how to think. He doesn't think about it before he does anything. He didn't be like, hey, this guy actually might be dead, so let's put the camera down. He's just like, let's record him and let's talk about it for an hour to see if we can get some money and post it. Right? And no, but he just that what he does, and now he's saying he's sorry. He's saying that like, I wish I can just not do what I did. You could have not done what you did if you would have edited it properly and taken it out.
Right, like he had so much time to
fix
it.
Yeah, and Logan Paul, I feel like he records his videos, I'm pretty sure, ahead of time, like every normal YouTuber. So he probably knew about this for a while. And just for him to do that is stupid. Like he messed up his career. I'm not saying he messed up his whole career, but he messed up part of it just because of that one video. And that's and now he has so much regret, so much guilt. I'm I'm 100% positive there's some legal issue involved like right now with
There's
this.
gotta be. Like, I'm sure at this point he can't leave the country.
Yeah.
No, like remember what happened when he was in I think it was Greece where he flew his drone over some ancient place and it got like EMP down and he went to jail.
Did?
Do not remember that.
I do not remember that.
You don't?
No.
Okay, it's a video
I
where
remember when he jumped inside a
Say
lake
my
or
clip.
something that he wasn't supposed to. People were telling
yeah,
him
but
not
he
to, and
he,
did
he
it
had a
anyways.
video where he took his drone and he flew over like the old like you can say like the fighting like the fighting areas like where
Yeah,
they
Coliseum.
didn't and the military legit like took it down like they didn't shoot it but they like made it like land and he went to jail for it. And that's nothing compared to like recording a dead person. There has to be legal issues with that. Like there's no way he was getting away with it.
Yeah, with the drone, it's just like a slap on the wrist, and then you're good. With the dead person, it's like that's in people's mind forever.
That's like throwing the desk at you, man. That's like something heavy.
Goes
In
from
a desk?
slap on the wrist to throwing a desk at you. I think you might have an abusive teacher. So I feel like he just doesn't he doesn't know how to draw the line. And it's really like I'm sitting here yawning. No, I'm sitting here and I can't think of any good reason for like I cannot defend it at all.
No, I can't either. There's no possible way that I'm changing my mind. I am not defending him at all. He is guilty for what he did. He should get. I say go to jail. He should go to jail for at least a couple months.
He would not survive in jail. He's an LA pretty boy.
Yeah.
He would
Oh, fuck
die.
yeah.
He's a fuckboy. That's what also he is.
No, but no, actually,
He's
no,
a
he'll be
maverick,
fine.
that's what
he'll
he
be
is.
fine because he's a maverick.
You can't.
The
little
Maverick
game
gang will
cannot
bust
be
him out.
stopped.
Maverick King will bust him out.
Oh, yeah, but I just feel like he should kind of pay for it. He like you recorded a dead person here. You do some time. Do some time in jail.
Because I mean, like he's a YouTuber, and like he in his mind he thinks most I can do to make this better is make another video and tweet about it, talk about it more, say I'm sorry. But like deep down, your actions are more important than. Cannot just say I am sorry and then not actually do anything about it. Like, yeah, you took the video down, big deal. You put it
I
up
like
there,
this.
and it's not. Once you put something on the internet, it's not. It's there forever.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it's never gonna come down.
So like, when he does something about it, is when I'm gonna reconsider my thoughts on it
Yeah,
at the moment.
like when he donates money to the family, or what if he does something good to the family, then I'll be like, okay, all right, I kind of defend you here a little bit.
He did something with the family because in the I'm sorry video he put out, he put like a GoFundMe for their family. I
Did
think.
he?
No, that was wait, no,
Oh,
that was
that
another
was,
story.
like- Oh yeah.
It's all right.
Interesting.
Just
Well,
Logan
I think
Paul. Oh,
I
continue.
think this would be a good place to end because we're clearly very tired.
Yeah, I think this has been enough on this topic. Before I get very angry. I'm angry as it is about this situation, but before I say some things that I should not say about Mr. Logan Paul, we're gonna end this episode of the podcast here. Guys, thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, please do not leave without dropping a subscribe, drop a like. And if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, hi, welcome. We're new here, so let us stay, please. Follow us here too. And if you're not following us on both platforms, do that. Follow us on Twitter, guys. The links to everybody in this episode, except for Logan Paul, the links will be down in the description, guys. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Czech. I'm joined by Bronzy, Revival, and our new friend,
Juice.
his name's Juice. We call him Juice. I
You
guess
call me
that's his
Juice.
new name. He also made the beat for this intro of the podcast, so his link is going to be down in the description too. Go follow him, check out his other stuff. Guys, we will see you next time.